Hi there, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nagina Martiza and I am back with another tasty recipe and I do hope that you enjoy it. Right everyone, today I am making Lahori style chane or the Chikar Cholay. I've got all of my ingredients right here in front of me. I'm going to start from this end. I have 3 cups of chickpeas boiled in this pot. I boiled them just about 2-3 hours ago, but I soak these overnight. Prior to boiling them, I soak them overnight in water and 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt. When I was ready to boil these, I washed them out properly, rinsed the salt and soda out, and then I put them in this pot, enough water that the chickpeas were covered. And I cooked them in this pressure cooker for about 15 to 20 minutes. So you can tell that they're nicely cooked and they're tender. I do not use canned chickpeas. I mean, you can use those, but in my opinion, I think they're really high in sodium. So it's pretty easy to boil your own chickpeas. So that's what I've done. In terms of ingredients, I've got ingredients laid out in different settings here. So I will be using, obviously, olive oil. I've got ginger garlic paste. I've got black peppers, salt, coriander powder. Not coriander powder, crushed coriander seeds. Because I'm going to use these as tadka. So they're crushed. I've got crushed cumin seeds, crushed chili. So these are my tadka ingredients. They're on the side. Right here, I've got black seeds and dry fenugreek leaves that I'm going to add into chickpeas when I put them back on the stove. And in this plate right here, I have garnishing ingredients. So I have a homemade garam masala, green chili, thinly sliced onions. Sorry, let me move this spoon out of the way, and cilantro and sliced lemon. So those I don't need right now, so I'm going to put them on the side. What we're going to work with is, first I'm going to take the chickpeas over to the stove and let them start boiling again, because they are I boiled them early morning, so I just need to get them ready to start cooking again. So I will put these on a medium heat right now. Let's start see the juices right here, the gravy. I'm gonna let that boil. Then I will add fenugreek leaves and black seeds. Again, I have 3 cups, so I am going to add about this is about a tablespoon of dry fenugreek leaves and about a teaspoon and a half of black seeds. So once that's ready cooking, I will prepare my tadka and I will show you. Then I'll add the tadka on and garnish, and there you go. Chickpeas will be ready in no time, and they are the most tastiest dish that everybody loves. You can enjoy these again with just as is. You can eat them with naan or with steamed rice. So whatever you like. Typically, they're actually served in breakfast when you make halwa puri and chane breakfast in Punjab side of Pakistan and India. But I mean, I like them anytime. It doesn't really matter. Don't have to eat them for breakfast. You can eat them with steamed rice. You can eat them just as is, as I said, or you could have them with naan bread. So let's go over to the stove and start the cooking process. All right, so the chickpeas are back on the stove, as you can see. They're cooking. So what I'm going to add first is the black seeds, as I showed you earlier. If I can talk, that would be very nice, right? And then the dry fenugreek leaves right here. Let that cook. While this is simmering and cooking, I am going to prepare tadka on this pot, and let's add some olive oil. I am going to, once the oil is nicely heated, what I will start with is I will add the ginger and garlic paste. Once that's sort of lightly brown, then I will add one at a time. I'll add rest of the tadka ingredients that I showed you earlier, but let me wait until the oil is nice and hot, and then I'll add the garlic ginger paste, and I'll show you next. All right, so the ginger garlic is lightly brown, so I am going to add the rest of the tadka ingredients. So I started off with crushed coriander, crushed chili, okay, crushed cumin seeds, roughly, not necessarily crushed, but not some black pepper powder, I guess, and some salt. So let that cook with garlic and ginger in olive oil, and then I am going to add this once the chickpeas are fully ready in terms of the curry or the soup that's there. If it's thick enough, the thickness is according to my liking. That is when I'm going to add this tadka on top of that, and you know, that's how it could be served. Now, after you add the tadka, you don't have to add the garnishing ingredients right away. People typically, some people don't like that, right? So the onion's gonna get soggy and everything else. So that's why I had the garnishing ingredient prepared separately. If when people are, anybody's ready to eat that, they can add the garnishing ingredient if they like. If they don't want that, then the chickpeas could be enjoyed just with the simple tadka that I showed you with garlic and ginger and crushed chili and everything else. So that is why that option is there. So let's see, it's going to take a few more seconds, I think. So let me go over to the next stove and see how the chickpeas are coming along. There you go. So the chickpeas are, as you can see, they are cooking. And you're probably looking at the color, and it's really nice and light. That's the whole point. The color is because there's just, you know, few ingredients that I'm using to make this tasty dish. The actual taste that's going to come is from the tadka ingredients. So right now the chickpeas are only cooking with black seeds and dry fenugreek leaves, right? So this curry that I have, the liquid, it's a little bit thin. I want it to be tad bit thick. So another way to make that thick is if you can start squishing the chickpeas, because they are nicely boiled, that will actually help. So there you go. I am going to now take this and add that to the chickpea pot. So let's take it over and add it right here. Nice. Just be careful when you're doing that, because it kind of, you know, splatters all over, so you don't want to burn your hand. There you go. I'm gonna still let it cook even with tadka, because the chickpeas are still tad bit, the gravy is not thick enough to my liking. So if you want, you can, now this is ready, you can dish it out and garnish, use the garnishing ingredients and enjoy the chickpeas. But I am going to let it cook a little bit more so the gravy is a little bit thicker before dishing it out, and I'll show you. All right, so I am going to dish the chickpeas out. Before I dish them out, I just want you to take a look at the texture and the thickness. This is exactly what I was looking for. See how thick the gravy is, and chickpeas are nicely cooked. So that's why I had to cook them a little bit extra. But again, it all depends on what you like. If you're going to eat these with rice, then of course you want the gravy to be a little bit thin. If you are going to eat these with naan or just a spoon, then the thickness is perfect the way you're looking at it. So I am going to dish this out, and then I will show you when I am ready to garnish these, okay? All right, so I've dished out the chickpeas. They're in this small bowl. What I'm going to do is garnish the chickpeas with the following ingredients that I showed you earlier. So again, chopped cilantro, sliced onions, chopped green chili, homemade garam masala, and some fresh lemon. All of these are optional. If you want to eat the chickpeas just as is, they're actually perfectly fine. But what I am going to do is garnish it with these ingredients because it tastes better, right? Be careful with green chili. Of course, if it's spicy, then the chickpeas are going to be very spicy because we already added crushed chili in that. So just the sliced onions, if you like the taste of onion. If you don't, then leave it. A little bit garam masala and some fresh lemon. Squeeze that. There you go. Whoops. I'll pick those seeds up. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do remember to subscribe to my channel. Till next time, take care and stay safe.